Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today I was planning on doing a little bit of, or going a little bit more detail of what I talked about in my Get to Know Me, kind of go on the more important parts. Before we get started, it looks like I have two emails here that I'm going to go ahead and take a look with you guys. Brand new Peterbilt trucks for sale. Dear sir or madam, we are a certified retailer of Peterbilt trucks. We offer a wide selection of different configurations, and we also perform customizations to accommodate any special wishes. Please visit our showroom in Flagstaff. The truck you have always dreamt of might be waiting for you just behind the door. Best regards, your Peterbilt truck dealer. And we thought you might know that we offer valuable loans to your new business. Do you need funding to get your business running? We are here to help. Visit your local banking center for more information. Yada yada yada. Alright. So we are still doing quick jobs. I don't have money for a truck yet. So we're in Sholo. Gonna go back to Phoenix. I'm gonna go. I want the one that has the most money, but it looks like that is the one that has the most money. So we're gonna we'll take the box loader from Sholo to Kayenta. Another short trip, but I like this. We're going from Tesla to, don't remember where it was. It's a box loader platform. This is one of the mods that I threw in. I believe it's hooked up on the back. Yes, it is. It looks like it's an empty order. Yeah, it looks like it's an empty. Nope, we have a load. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on the truck. We're having a peak today. Let's go ahead and get on the road. We're going to go ahead and turn that mirror. Turn that mirror off. There we go. No, I had that on last time, and this is the exit. Okay. So we're gonna come out here, take a left. We're good to go. Check our mirrors. All right. Be leaving Sholo. Let's actually turn that on too. I have a map right there. All right. I'm gonna take a left right up here. As I mentioned in my last videos, the arrows for the traffic lights do not work. I think that guy just ran a red light. Alright, but first off, let's go ahead and get this video started. Actually, there is the Meijer trail that I had thrown in. Love Meijer. Always shop there on the weekends. But yeah, first of all, I said I worked at Target. I didn't exactly say what I did. But I work as an electronic, or in electronics. That's my primary job. Although 2 nights a week I do end up working in market or produce, but that's a whole nother ball game. I started out as a cashier about 2 or 3 weeks before Christmas, actually. In 2015, was a cashier, and they kept me. I guess they liked me, so they ended up keeping me. If you guys know Target, you know about what the red card is. Whatever, I'm not going to go in detail about it because I'm tired of saying it, but basically I got like 4 or 5 a day as a cashier, so that's probably why they loved me so much. Don't really know why, if that's the case or not, or it's because I actually did my job, but there's only 2 people from my orientation that actually stayed. That was me and my AP, or asset protection guy. The only 2 from my orientation that actually stayed. So I think that's pretty cool how it's just the 2 of us and I'm going all over the place like a drunk driver. Yada yada yada. Just driving down this road. Not really too much traffic, which probably a good thing, probably not a good thing. I mean, there's no cars behind me either, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, we gotta take this load of take this load down to Kayenta, I believe it's Kayenta. No, I'm speeding. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, well, I forgot what the button was. We'll leave it at that. But yeah, also, let's go ahead. Kind of want to mention more of my CVPI. I bought it for $2,000 at, it's probably slow down here. At 85,000 miles, the idle time was 41 hours, which for a CVPI is alright, decent I guess. We're in Holbrook, we're waiting for a train to pass through. I think it's a pretty short train, only 5 cars. Damn, or 6 cars. Alright. I love waiting for trains. A lot of people hate it, but I absolutely love it. But for my CVPI, I was planning on doing a whole bunch of different mods to it, starting this summer, possibly finishing out hopefully this summer, but I doubt if I'll have all the available funds that I want for it. But plan on throwing in adding another spotlight, housings for another spotlight. Do want 2 LED spotlights right now. Now I have one, and it's the halogen spotlights. I want to add 2 LEDs to that, just make them brighter and just for the heck of it. Plan on throwing in a ram bar. I have one Go Rhino I'm looking at on Amazon right now. I don't know if I should be buying ram bars off Amazon, but I thought it was a pretty cheap one. Cheapest I found, actually, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a little more look into that. Look at all those Crown Vics. Take a look, but yeah, I'm gonna go take a little look into that. See if it's something I will consider purchasing. I do want to get some new seat covers. The ones I have are kind of ripped up. And why is my game being like this? But yeah, the ones I have are kind of ripped up. They've been used. After the police department, one of my dad's bosses actually bought the car, and then had to put a new exhaust manifold on it. So then he had the original price is $3,500, but then my dad sweet talked him down to lowering it to $2,000. So that's pretty awesome. I plan on changing out the grills a little bit. If you know Polecat or Bay Area bugs, what they do to their CVPIs, kind of change it up every once in a while. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I think whenever I'm done with the honeycomb grill and the Steelies, I might go with the typical LAPD type look with the hubcaps and all. Kind of think that'd be pretty awesome to do. I also have the chrome grill. I think that'll give it a little more of a look. I do have to restore it though. The paint's kind of rusting off. I did find that in a junkyard, as well as the hubcaps. So shit, I should be turning here. This is what happens when you don't pay attention. This is what happens when you don't pay attention, guys. But yeah, found the parts at a junkyard. It's like $20 for the whole thing. Actually, it was pretty cheap, which I liked. And I also do getting rid of my Oreo look. I do plan on having it painted all black, which I think would look pretty badass. I think black Crown Vics are pretty cool. I kind of thought about painting it all white, but kind of think it gets more dirtier if it looks white. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the all black. This Crown Vic was actually the first car that I was looking at for my actual first car, and I absolutely fell in love with it first time I saw it. I wanted it since today. I wanted it since that day, and now guess who's driving it? Me. Yeah, man, all the looks I get when I drive it down the road or at night on the highway scares the shit out of people. I have some funny stories about that Crown Victoria, but I'll get to that in a different episode. I'll probably end up doing the next 2 episodes, or possibly episodes in the future. Some funny stories about Target, and then some funny stories about my Crown Vic. I know the Crown Vic's one's not gonna be put in the 1 episode, so I'm probably going to do half that, half something else. But yeah, that's what's gonna be happening there. What else do I got? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I also do make some like minor interior fixes. They did have a cage back there. For a small town police department, having a cage is kind of weird, but they had a cage back there. So I have to, and they did have to cut some of the inside, so I have to restore it, which shouldn't be that too hard. I have to fix the dome light that's in the vehicle as well. It's cracked. The dome part is cracked, so I have to end up replacing that. Plus, I do want to end up putting the red light in there. I guess the car when I had it did not come with the red blood light or whatever, night light, whatever they call it. That's usually on cop cars. We're gonna end up slowing down to make a right up here. Oh, that's a pretty short. This is gonna be a pretty short video, guys. I didn't expect it to be this short. But there's also need to make some exterior fixes, cover up some antennas, stuff like antenna plugs, light bar holes, stuff like that. I don't plan on putting any lights on it unless I decide to throw some like fog lights on my ram bar. But other than that, no lights on top, no lights in the windows, since I don't need to get pulled over for impersonating a cop. Stop. All good to go. There actually was headlights and taillights that I found online. Kind of gives it a smoky look, which I think looks pretty badass, or would look pretty badass on my car. Kind of want to go ahead and get those. They're a little pricey, but I think they're worth it. I've read some reviews saying people hate it, but some people love it. So we'll see about that. I really do want to upgrade my CVPI. I think that's like the one thing I want to upgrade this summer. Last summer is all about my computer. This summer I believe it's going to be my car, as well as try to save up some cash for future. But it's kind of being split half-half right now. Kind of see how much farther I have. 162 miles. All right, so we got some time. Let's talk about a lot of things I kind of want to talk about. So little time. Let's go with the basics, actually. How I got into video games. I got my first console when I was 6 years old. It was a used PS2 from one of my friends. He gave it to me. He gave me as well as some games, I think with some sports games and some other games. So I ended up playing that for a while. Then I also started playing some games on my mom's computer, some older style like sports and simulator games. My favorites were MVP Baseball 2004. 2004 was the best one. Then I also had 2005 for my PS2. Backyard Baseball was my shit back in the day. I played the shit out of that game. I think all the backyard sports games were my favorite, or that entire series. 18 Wheels of Steel kind of tied into how I got to like simulators, as well as played Train Simulator a lot back because my interest in trains, which I think I'm going to go ahead and talk about next, since I keep talking about it a lot. But yeah, I don't know how to pronounce their name. It's the Yawn Train Simulator series, the trains with the Z. Play that one, the shit out of that one as well. That was fun. Then I'm all over the road, guys. I apologize. Then I started getting into the what's it called? Railwork Simulator. I thought it was more realistic when I first bought it, but now it's just kind of weird. I mean, I still love the game and all, but they're coming out with the heavy haul CSX route, or its own game, which I think they're putting in more effort into that game than they do in the Railworks. So I'm hoping that game's not a total fluke. I did play the demo, or the beta. I thought it was pretty awesome. It's more interactive, it's more detailed, better graphic-wise than Railworks. So I'm hoping that they put more effort into Railworks after this, but I doubt they will, since this is going to be like their new base game. Yeah, Jesus Christ, my controller's glitching out right now. I've actually, for the most of my life, I've been loyal to PlayStation. I have a PS2, PS3, and a PS4 right now at the moment. I've had that for the PS4 since it came out, but recently I've moved to PC gaming as well, as I upgraded my PC last summer. And recently, I think it was around November-ish, I broke down and got an Xbox. Just because there are some games that I want to play with my friends on here, or on there, and I thought it'd be cool to make some series out of it. So I ended up getting an Xbox. So I'm not loyal to Sony anymore, as you can tell. It was kind of a fun ride, but I kind of hated it though, because I'd have the PlayStation, all my other friends would be on Xbox, so I would never be able to play with them. But now they invented cross-platform gaming, so kind of bummed about it that I had to spend the money on an Xbox, but it's okay. It's okay. And these guys don't know how to drive, or they don't know how to drive the speed limit, but it's okay. But yeah, I think actually the first game that I modded in was Railworks, or it was actually Orient Trains, but the first game that I fully completely modded out besides GTA. God damn it, I'm really bad at driving today. the first game that I completely modded out besides GTA was Railworks. I actually went ahead, downloaded every single locomotive mod, or North American locomotive mod, freight car mod, passenger car mod, and some sound mods, and I threw it in there. Oh, it crashed a couple times, but I thought it was pretty awesome. It actually lasted for longer than I thought it would. But I went ahead, played the shit out of it with mods. I threw in realistic train cars, different engines and stuff like that, and it was the best. I wish I started recording back then, because I could have easily made at least 100 videos from all the trips I took. But I'm not going to go as intense as the modding that game right now, just because of the fact that even though my computer can probably run it, I just don't want to end up doing all that work again for a few videos. But yeah, that was a fun time. That was a really fun time. That's when I was in school and I had free time to do crap. Because, I mean, I never did my homework. No kid ever does their homework. Okay, I take that back. Some kids do. I hardly ever did. I used to get in trouble for it all the time. But I did. But it was worth it. I hated my middle school anyway. Like my high school, hated my middle school. Went to middle school in Chicago, went to high school down central Illinois. But I'm not going to go into too many details about that. There's no cars in front of him, and he's only going like 45, 46 miles an hour. Because probably slow down to 55, even though we're turning a left up here. But I think right now what I'll talk about is how I got my interest in trains. Since I think I told you in the last video that my parents divorced, so my dad moved down to Champaign, Illinois, or a town near Champaign, Illinois, not exactly Champaign. But my mom lived up in Chicago. So to see them both, I took Amtrak up and down. 2-hour trip. It was the Illini, Saluki to New Orleans trains. Although back when I first started taking it, the Saluki trains weren't even a thing. That's how old or how long I've been taking Amtrak. I don't even know why I got in this lane if this is going to turn into one lane. Whatever. But yeah, that's how old it was. I was still seeing some Horizon fleet coaches and some Am fleet coaches back in the Phase 3 and the 4 days before their current paying schemes. I'm actually pretty happy to see that they're going back to Phase 3. I didn't see a lot of Phase 3 in my days taking Amtrak. Just a few coaches and the non-power control units. That's about all I saw in Phase 3, but I'm happy to see that they're going back in Phase 3. I think it looks better on them, even though I think Phase 4 was the best paint job on the P42s and the coaches. I just love the Phase 4 paint with the darker blue before they went to this lighter blue type deal. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Everyone else has different ones. Some people like the Phase 3, some people like the Phase 1. I like the Phase 4 better than anything. But the new Phase 3B, what they call it, actually looks pretty awesome. I've actually been taking Amtrak, or since then it's been 15 years. Now it's been a little longer. I can't even recall how many years it's been. It's been a lot of years. Just a lot of years. I don't take it as much as I used to, just because I don't make a lot of trips in Chicago anymore because of my job. But I still take Amtrak whenever I do go. I've been on Amtrak, or with Amtrak for so long that I don't think this really even matters to a lot of people. But if you guys like trains, you'll know, and if you guys have stuck by the Illini Saluki trains, you'll know that they had so many different consists. Like, there's been, I can't even count, at least like 30 through, not even 30, maybe like 15, 16 different consists that they've been through since I started taking it. I'm not going into detail since we're almost here, so I'm just kind of trying to wrap it up since we're literally right down the road from where we gotta go. I think I mentioned in the last video I became friends with a whole bunch of conductors, engineers, ticket agents, stuff like that, people like that. It's been a fun time. It's been fun. They're the ones, that's the reason why I wanted to work for Amtrak as an Amtrak engineer since I was a little kid. That was my childhood dream. I also have that YouTube that I was talking about as well for train videos. The Amtrak 393 Productions. That's swear I would take videos like that. Where are you going on a red light, dude? Oh, I forgot. I didn't see the light in front of us, but that's probably my light. Alright. So since we're here, I'm going to go ahead and focus on the backing up. As you guys know, I suck at backing up. Maybe we're going to take a left into here. Maybe a left. Oh god, this is going to be a tough one. Not a tough one to turn into, but a tough one to back up for me but we'll try it. We'll try it together. 90 XP. Okay, I don't know where they actually needed it. Looks like it's back here. Oh, it's back here. Oh god, that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough. About to watch me do some epic fails here. Some very, very epic fails. Oh, that's not what I want. I want to switch my views. There we go. Alright. See, I'm probably gonna... No, yeah, I'm gonna need to turn to the right. Start backing up. Left. You know it's not a giant trailer. I think the smaller trailers for me are worse. Because they're so small. But yeah, I definitely fucked that up. Real bad. I fucked that up. Super bad. Yeah, I completely suck at backing up. If it was right there, that'd be a lot better. But I'm gonna suffer through it because I need the points. Sorry if you guys thought this was going to be some realistic backing up. Apologize that it's not. I've been playing games all my life, yet I still don't know how to back a truck up. Like, how does that even work? Normally you get better at things for a while. Backing up a truck. Not one of those things I'll be probably not get better at. Although I probably will get better at it. Hoping I get better at it because this is really a complete joke. And yes, I did forget to turn off the damn backup beeper. I apologize. I said I was going to turn it off, but I completely forgot. On the bright side, I did record 2 other videos though, so I'm happy about that. Not sure when this one will be uploaded, but by the time, I did record 2 other ones before I'm probably gonna. By the time this one was being recorded. Okay, this is really a joke, and I fucking hit that. Okay, fuck it. Throw away just hit enter, because I'm tired of this. Okay, I'll be back whenever I get this thing done. Alright guys, so I think I finally got it. Took me a while. Nope, maybe not. Like I said, I don't really care about it being too straight just because I hate backing up trailers. I think this is like the worst part of this game is the trailer backing up. And I still haven't gotten it. What the flying fuck? I don't want to skip it, I want the points, so I'm going to suffer through it like I said. God fucking damn it. There we go. There we go. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Right back. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. I'm going to go ahead and do this first. $7,835, 492 XP for that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm level 2 now. Took us 5 hours and 10 minutes to do it, 249 miles. Did an excellent job. Alright, alright. Let's do hazmat transportation training. I think that'll work better. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know I suck at backing up. Please, if you guys have any tips for me on how to actually back up a trailer, let me know in the comments below. I'd take anything right now just to help me out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace out.